Hey guys, welcome to today's math lesson. We're going to work a little bit more on time. And you guys are actually, instead of creating your own schedule, there is pictures of this little girl and you are going to tell what time she is doing things with her schedule today. So we can tell time to the nearest 5 minute. So real quick, let's review again the clock and the minutes. So we know that these numbers inside are the hours, and we can tell because when we look at the hours, we look at the shorthand because those are the numbers that are closer. We are looking for the minutes, and the minute hand that's not on here yet, we'll make a minute hand is the longer because we're looking for the numbers that go on the outside. So remember, when we go to each number, we're counting by fives here. So look, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we got to the one, that stood for 5 minutes. So let's keep going here. Let's keep counting by five. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So right now we're at the 7, and that stands for 35 minutes. 40, 45, 50, 55. Now this would be 60 or our starting 0 here. All right, so I want to show on the clock, I want to show 3:10. So I want to show the hour 3 and then 10 minutes. So I'm going to do my shorthand first. My shorthand is going to point towards my 3, and then my long hand is going to point to where the 10 minutes were. So what number am I going to point my long hand to? The number 2. So we just made 3:10 here. So let's go ahead. We're going to do some more of making times. So remember, start at 0 and just count by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, then back up to 0. So I want to make 6:55. So we know that the first number is our hour and second number is our minutes. So let's go ahead and make this color coded. We'll do hour in red and we'll do minutes in green. And we'll do that for everyone, okay? So what hour are we looking at? The 6th hour. So 6, and then what's our minutes at? 55. So 6:55. All right, again, we're looking for our hour and our minutes. So what hour are we in? The first hour. So remember, our hour hand is shorter. And what minute are we in? The 50th minute of that hour. So our longer hand will be at the 50. All right, let's see if we can do it without me color coding the numbers at the bottom here. So I'm looking for my hour. What hour are we in? 4. We're in the 4th hour. So shorthand pointing towards the 4. Oh, guys, that's supposed to be pointing towards the 4. It's really hard to do this without a mouse. Okay, so I have the 4th hour. What minute are we in? The 40th. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I'm pointing my long hand towards the 8. So we are at 4:40 here. All right. What hour are we in here? We're looking at 7:45. What hour are we in? The 7th hour. So I have my shorthand pointing towards the 7. And then my minute is what? 45. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So pointing right here at the 9. So I'm at 7:45. Now we need to talk about, because we have two 7:45s right here. Are we talking about 7:45 in the morning or 7:45 in the evening? Oh, I don't know. Because there are two 7:45s, so we have a 24-hour. So when 12 plus 12 equals 24, it means our hour hand goes around the clock 2 times in one day. Ooh. So we need to figure out morning or afternoon. So one way that we do that when we tell time is we talk about AM or PM. Now, what comes first in the day, the morning or the evening? Morning. Morning comes first. So it's very easy to remember that morning comes first. A comes first in the alphabet. So A is for morning. So morning is anything from midnight, or actually 12:01, all the way up until noon. So that 12, if we look at our clock, right here, if we had both of our hands pointing up at the clock, up like this, and it was 12 o'clock, that can either mean midnight or noon. Then, like, you know, guys, when we hit the fire whistle during the day, the noon whistle. So once 12 is like that magic time. So from noon past, back up to midnight. So from noon to midnight is PM. From midnight to noon is AM. Okay, so let's think about this. So if we're waking up for school, are we waking up in the morning or in the afternoon? Morning, right? We eat dinner, morning or afternoon? Or dinner at night, right? Reading a bedtime story, morning or night? Morning. Making breakfast, morning or, oh, I'm sorry, we don't read a bedtime story in the morning. Oh, Mrs. Reed, crazy. Reading a bedtime story, that happens at night, right? Making breakfast happens in the morning. So what you're going to do today is in your Module 8 packet, Lesson 15, it'll say Lesson 15 template. There are a couple pages, I believe, of a girl and her schedule. They are showing us the time. We need to figure out what time it is, and we need to figure out if it's AM or PM. So right now, it looks like she's kind of getting out of bed. I see the sun is starting to come up. So is this morning or afternoon? It's definitely morning. She's waking up for the day. And let's look, our hour hand, it is a little bit past the 6, but it's not in that 7 yet. So this all right here means you're still in that 6th hour. So we're still in 6. And then look at her long hands pointing down here, the 6 too. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So she gets up at 6:30 in the morning. Okay, here it looks like she's eating something that's got a bowl. She's got, looks like some juice, a banana. So what do you usually eat in the morning after you get up? Breakfast. So is breakfast AM or PM? AM. Let's look at our time. Look at our hour hand. Is it pointing towards that? Is that on our 7 yet? It's not on the 7 or past the 7, so it means it's still in this area right here, which means we're still in that 6th hour. We're still in that 6th hour. Now, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So she eats breakfast at 6:50 in the morning. All right, guys, what you're going to do is you're going to finish these little stories telling the time and telling me if it's AM or PM. Remember, AM means morning because it comes first, and A is first in the alphabet. PM means it's in the afternoon, and that comes after the morning, and P comes after A. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.